Hey guys, it's me Taff, and welcome back to If My Heart Had Wings, episode number 10. Yes, I know number 10 is kind of crazy. It's been a long journey so far, and we're not even halfway through the game. If you guys didn't know, we're trying to get to 100 subs by the end of 2020, and we're at 88 right now. We're so close, so if you guys would consider going down and hitting that subscribe button and maybe leaving a like, that would be greatly appreciated. Anyways, enough with the boring shit. Let's get right into the video. Today I didn't eat my lunchbox early. As I basked in this tiny sense of achievement and got my lunchbox out, Katori had already disappeared from the classroom. As she looked out into the hallway, she was moving back and forth as if she were saying, "Should I go forward? No, maybe I should go back. Are you waiting for me?" Ah! Letting out a cry not really befitting of a pretty little girl, Katori fanned herself with her left hand as if calm herself down. Don't scare me like that. Sorry, I only wanted to speak to you, that's all. You're going, aren't you? To the garage? Yes, I am. It's not like I'm waiting for you, though. Okay, shall we go? I pushed her wheelchair on the way. Huh? Hey, don't just start pushing me. Here, hold this, would you? I passed my bag to her. Hey, don't you treat me like a baggage storage. Damn, bruh. My man upgraded from simp to kind of not simp. Looks like nobody's here. The garage was open, but there was no one there. For some reason, it felt like Amane was always here, so it was a little surprising. The air conditioning's not turned on, so it's quite humid. What should we do? Why are you asking me? Katori subconsciously put her hand on her stomach. Shall we have our lunch in here? I made one for you too, Katori. Well, I mean leftovers from breakfast. Katori didn't come to have any breakfast this morning, so she shouldn't have any way of knowing what food was served. Is this also a part of your job as dorm mother? No, I'm just meddling. 1, 2, 3. I put 3 lunchboxes on the workbench. I went through the trouble of making one for Amane too, though. The air conditioner isn't turned on in the garage, so if I just leave it here, it'll go bad. There's a refrigerator, so I decided to put it in there. If I leave a note on the desk, she'll realize and eat it, won't she? Could you turn on the electric fan? Katori turns on the nearby electric fan. What about the air conditioner? I can't find the remote controller. It's probably buried somewhere. We open up the lunchboxes in a place that gets the full force of the wind from the electric fan. What's this? Curry? This morning's breakfast was curry. You don't like it? Do people usually put curry in their lunchboxes? You can complain after you've eaten it. Katori has a meek look on her face as she moves the cold curry towards her mouth. It's tasty even though it's cold. It would be good if we had a microwave though. For a little while, the two of us quietly ate our curry. Man went full simp mode and brought 3 lunchboxes. Today there's no sheet covering the glider. I gazed at the simple, sleek shape of the body and thought it was beautiful. I imagined the aircraft cutting through the air as it flew. When riding a bicycle, your greatest enemy is the wind. Katori's face seemed to say, "What is this guy talking about all of a sudden?" But I carry on regardless. The worst thing is that when you have a headwind, while it is constantly pushing you back, you have to keep pedaling. I faced the wind, the feeling of the wind gradually draining my stamina. That's why when we ride a bicycle, we try to find ways to reduce air resistance. Not just the shape of the bike or the helmet. During the race, we cooperate with the members of other teams and form a group while riding. I thought that when riding a bike, it would be better if the wind wouldn't blow. But this thing rides the wind to fly. Even though it doesn't have a jet engine or a propeller? If we hadn't actually seen it flying that day, even with the real thing right in front of us, we wouldn't be able to imagine it flying. Speaking of which, Katori, how do you know about gliders? She didn't really know that much about them. That was the first time she had seen a real one. I don't really. I just read about them in a book. Somehow it seems like it's hard for her to answer, so I decide not to go any further. Speaking of books, there's a bookshelf here lined with many books. Looking closely, they are all related to gliders or aircrafts. I pick one up and take a look inside. It's all in English, I can't read it. It's not like my grades in English are bad, but with the level of English I have from studying at school, reading academic papers is really tough. Seems like Katori is the same. This book has a lot of photos. There was a book that had many photos of gliders like a catalog. There are so many different types. The shape of the wings, the size, and so on. Even with the gliders, there are many different varieties. Look at this. What's happening in this picture? It's flying over a mountain. It looked so natural that I didn't really notice, but the glider was flying high enough that I could look down on the mountain. They can fly that high? Katori and I, without realizing, both looked at the glider sitting over there. With its wings removed, we couldn't really grasp the full size of it, but at a glance, it didn't seem all that different to the glider in the photo. Amane said that it could go above the clouds. I wonder what it feels like to fly through the sky. It probably feels amazing. To fly on the rising air currents would just be like being a bird, wouldn't it? After we finished our lunch boxes, we stayed for a little while longer. We spent the time looking at the books and admiring the glider. When the bell rang, it felt like the time to enjoy ourselves was over, and I felt a little sad. What's this? Just as we were about to go back to the classroom, Katori noticed a photo frame on Amane's desk. I wonder what this is. The weird thing that was there was a photo frame, but no photo inside. An empty photo frame had been placed there. In her case, she probably managed to lose just the photo inside. What's up? Huh? No, it's nothing. Let's go. It's hot in here. I can't stand it. The moment we stepped out the sauna-like garage, the air outside felt cool. Splash, splash, splash. Whew. I'm worn out. It's easy to say clean the bathroom, but I never thought it would be such a big job. Plus, there's no air conditioning in there, so I'm sweltering. The trouble is, if I don't do this every day during the summertime, then the mold will start growing. If it's not just about hygiene, it's kind of gross too. There's no way you can take a bath when there's mold growing in there. My cell phone rang. On the display, it showed home. Hello? Hello, Oi. It's me. What's up? Nothing really. I just wondering how you were doing. How is it? Is it going smoothly? I can't say it's going smoothly. I didn't think much of it when I accepted, but it turned out to be pretty tough. Yes, of course. There's no such thing as an easy job. Going to school every day and doing the work of a dorm mother is wearing me out. I realized this after only a few days. This is a lot of hard work. But now that's better for you, isn't it? Why? You can do it without dredging up old memories. Well, if that's what you think, don't talk about it. Or do you miss your mama? A mother like you? She's the kind of mother who loves teasing her son. But did she get me to do this dorm mother job because she was worried about me? I'm so busy that I don't have time to dwell on things. I mean, your mom's kind of a hookup, so I'd be happy as fuck if I were in your position. Speaking in the hallway, the other boarders may have been able to hear me, so I went back to my room. We continue our silly parent-child conversation. My mother is a fiercely independent woman and a hard-working career woman. Many things have happened until recently. Well, they're still going on now, and we were living separately. I'm a bit too old to be missing my mother, though. It's enough for me to just speak for her from time to time. How's school? It's going fine. Agaha is there too. Agaha-chan, huh? She's gotten so pretty, hasn't she? Recently I saw her for the first time in a while and I was so surprised. Me too, she's like a proper girl now. She won't be able to think about her like that for much longer. Agaha-chan will get even more pretty from now on, won't she? She's outgoing and considerate, so she'll be very popular with the boys. No doubt about it. Jeez, cut it out. What are you talking about? Now, you have such a sharp tongue. You remind me of someone. Yeah, you. Would a mother usually tell her son to go chasing after girls? Okay then, good luck. If you have any trouble, call me. Sure. Also, if you're finding it tough to do all the housework, you can ask the boarders to help you. The rent in that place is super cheap, so they should help with things like that. I'll think about it. Okay, good night, Oi-chan. She called me that on purpose because she knows I don't like it, and then ended the call. My father's the only one who chose to call me Oi, but it's kind of a girl's name, so I was often teased about it, and she still remembers. I put down my phone and I take a look at the boarding students' roster. As for the boarders' jobs, cleaning their own room is a given, and they're cleaning in the hallways and entrance as well as the dining hall. On the other hand, my jobs are to prepare breakfast and dinner, clean up afterwards, clean the bathroom and the garden, and all the other miscellaneous chores. It is actually pretty tough. Maybe I should actually ask for some help. Even if I can just get them to clean the bathroom, that would be a real lifesaver. Huh? Yuka? Yes? Yuka, who is in the dining hall, the tall 4th grader and the one who had been here the longest, seems surprised as I call out to her. What is it, Oi? Can I ask you a question? I lay out the roster that I was just looking at on the table where Yuka is sitting. Yuka, who should be used to seeing this, looks at it with curiosity. Katori doesn't have her name on the job roster. Starting with Kaneko, then Yuka, there are 4 names, but Katori's name is not there. Huh? Yes, but she... Yuka looks toward the dining hall door as she speaks. She is disabled. I see, so that's why. Thank you. It's okay. I love this transitioning screen. It's so epic. It's so nice and just... I like it. It's good. Do more. And that one too. The scorching sun comes shining in. Up on the roof, with nothing to block the sunlight, it feels even more like I'm being burned. Today is hot as hell. I grumble as I wipe the sweat from my brow. It's already 7 o'clock. It's just before the peak of summer and the sun is finally shining at full strength. Today is Saturday, so there's no school. Now's my chance to get some of the dorm mother work done. This morning I've climbed up on the roof and I'm fixing leaks. This building is in pretty bad condition. I heard that the owner who collapsed a few days ago and who was also the caretaker here is an elderly woman. Because it was a girls' dormitory with no guys around, there were quite a few places that had been left damaged. This place is so old that I can't help wondering if originally it was aiming to be registered as a cultural heritage site. The owner, who is a widow, opened the manor house as a student dormitory before I was even born. Which means that when we were calling this place the Witch's Mansion, students from Kifu Academy were already living. Since then, the owner has been taking care of the boarding students like they were her own children or grandchildren. However, since the redevelopment plans were brought forward, land prices in Kazigara have been rising. The owner's sons were hoping to let go of this place, and that's one of the reasons why I was brought to take on the dorm mother job in such a hurry. It might be kind of hard to avoid getting involved in those kinds of adult matters, so I would just quietly get on with the work that I have to do. Alright, that should do it. Finishing the repairs to the roof, I climbed down the ladder. Okay, next is... Quack, quack. Hat, who was pecking at the soil, had come closer to where I was putting my feet, and as I climbed down. This is kind of besides the point, but ducks eat weeds and bugs, so it seems that if I just leave him to it, he will maintain the garden. However, he will also peck at the flowers and so on too, so the person doing the gardening needs to watch out for that. What's up, Hat? Where's your buddy? Quack. I have no idea what he's saying, but he definitely looks bored. Sorry, but I've got work today. When I get back, I'll give you a bath. Quack. The door to Katori's room was closed. I couldn't hear any sound, and there were no signs that she was awake. Still asleep, huh? Sleepyhead. Hey, Katori. Wake up, Alul. Hey, Miss Alul. Shut up! What do you want? I'm going to do some shopping. Do you want to come with me? Huh? Is that the reason why you disturb my peaceful sleep? Her face seems to say, if this was America and I sued you, you would lose. You're oversleeping. It's a nice sunny day, so let's go outside. Why do I have to do your shopping with you? It's shopping for the dormitory. You eat too, don't you? I'll get ready, so hold on a minute. Alright guys, that's gonna be the end of the episode. If you remember, like I said, not only in the beginning of the video, but also I'm gonna say it again now and at the end of every video. Close to 100 subs. We're at 88, I think, right now. So please go down there and hit the sub button. Alright, bye guys.